Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. So today we are going to start chapter 2, which is Introduction to MATLAB. Okay, so what we are going to learn from this chapter. So the topics that will be covered are MATLAB environment, MATLAB arithmetic operations, operations with arrays, M file or script and function files, structured programming, decision and loops. And the topic outcome, the students should be able to gain general understanding of the MATLAB programming language, use built-in function to solve equation and plot graph, write script and function files, and create well-documented M files by employing structured programming. All right, for this chapter 2, the lesson will be given in partial. So there will be 4 parts of MATLAB. So today will be the first part, and we have already prepared the second, third, and fourth part in the other videos. So you can go through the list of videos. There are already the recording for chapter MATLAB part 2, 3, and 4. So for this first chapter, we won't be covering all topics. We will be covering on the first 2 topics, which are MATLAB environment and also MATLAB arithmetic. Okay, so programming with MATLAB will cover the environment, the arithmetic operations, operation with arrays, M file, and structured script programming. So throughout all the 4 classes, you're supposed to already install MATLAB, except for this class. So for this class, it will be best if you have the MATLAB already installed. But for today, it's more towards introduction, so we can still go on with the slide. All right, so once you already install the MATLAB, once you open the MATLAB, this is how it look like. So once you open, you will have several windows. Okay, on your left side, there will be current folder. If it's a new software, since you just installed MATLAB, so of course, this part will be empty. This one is an example where someone have already used MATLAB and have created several M file. .m is the M file. Then we have editor window on top. We have here, there is written editor in case you're lost. At the bottom here is command window. We're going to use command window a lot at first. So that is why here we're going to start with command window. And finally, you have another, which is workspace. So workspace is whatever you have set before in the command window or the result of an equation you have put, it will all be listed here. So workspace is basically the list of variables that you have set or a result of an equation. Okay, so where will be the file location? It will be based on where you set. So in this case here, the person keep it under document in MATLAB. So all these files will be under your MATLAB file. Okay. Then you have this as your editor window. We have the command window here. So we will start with the command window in this lesson. And finally, our workspace. Okay, let's learn about MATLAB environment. So MATLAB environment, there are basically 3 primary windows. First is the command window. The command window is here, the one that I've shown you. And we have editor window on top. So command window, editor window. Command window used to enter commands and data. So we are the one that give the commands, and we are the one that also provide the data. So if we have any data that we want MATLAB to solve or to keep before solving using equation, then we will give in the command window. Then we have editor window, which is used to create and edit M files or programs. So if we want to create a program for solving a certain equation, a program to solve certain things, so we will create under editor window lah, and we can recall this program later on. Then we have graphic window. So graphic window is used to display plots and graphics. So this one we will learn later on. Okay, back to the command window. So we have a command window here. What do we use it for? So command window can be used to execute commands, opening other windows, calculator, running programs written by the user. Let's see an example above. We have a prompt sign here. So when we want to give an instruction or a command, so the cursor will be automatically placed next to the command prompt. Command prompt is the double triangle here. So we see at the top here, we have a double triangle, which is the command prompt. And then we are the one that key in this equation, 2 times 4 plus 3. So what we are doing, we are using MATLAB as a calculator. One of the functions is as a calculator. So we ask the MATLAB, try to solve this. What is 2 times 4 plus 3? So we're gonna start with the bracket, of course, like a calculator. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. So after we key in 2 times open bracket 4 plus 3 close bracket, ans equals to 14 is given by the MATLAB. This is given by the MATLAB. So what is ans? It means answer. The answer is 14. We just give the command only, which is the equation. So that is one example where we are using MATLAB as a calculator. Next, we are actually keying in some data first. So we define some variables. We define A as 5. A is equals to 5. And then B is equals to 3. Okay, these are our two variables that we have told MATLAB A is 5, B is 3. Now tell me, what is A times B? We key in that one. So MATLAB will calculate for us. A times B. He already know that A is 5, B is 3, 5 times 3. And the MATLAB will give us the answer. It says answer is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. So it tell us the answer. Then you can continue with other commands. So this is some example of how do we use the command window. Okay, now here we have a picture of the keyboard for helping you to understand what I'm explaining. So working in a command window, basically we have to type the command after this double triangle, which is the command prompt. So when we want to write anything, write after it. So once a command is typed, once we type the equation, for example, 2 times open bracket 4 plus 3 close bracket, and we will click the enter key. We will press the enter key. Where is the enter key? Look at your keyboard. Here is our enter key. So we type the command, for example, the equation, then we press enter. Then automatically the command will be executed by the MATLAB. So as simple as that. Then, however, only the last command is executed. Imagine we are giving them a lot of instruction. At first we say that A is 5, B is 3, what is A times B? Then we ask again, okay, D is what? What is certain equation? So what will be displayed finally will be the final command that we give. That one only will be executed. It's not like, for example, here actually we have given several commands, right? One is we give the calculation. We are using MATLAB as a calculator. We are keying in some variable. We define A and B. Then we ask MATLAB what is A times B. So the final command only will be executed. If you see here, answer is 15. It did not repeat. Answer is 14, which is the first equation that we have given. So only the final command will be displayed. Okay, let's say you want to do several commands at one time. Yes, you can. How do we do? Several commands can be typed in the same line, in one same line after the prompt, the double triangle. So this is done by typing a comma. So here we have a comma at your keyboard between the commands. For example, you type 2 times open bracket 4 plus 3 close bracket, and you key in comma, and then you write A times B, where before this you already defined what is A and B. So if you key in both divided by a comma, then you click the enter key. So enter the press the enter key, then it will be executed from left to right. Since you have given the order of the equation first, 2 times 4 plus 3 first, then that will be the first answer. And then you put comma, you ask A times B, which is 15. So 15 will be the second answer. So they will give 2 answers from left to right following the instruction you have given. Okay. Now, to note, it is not possible to go back to a previous line that is displayed in the command window. So, or to make a correction, let's say we make a typo. We say A is equals to 5, B is equals to 3, but actually we want to say that B is equals to 4 instead of 3. So we could not go back to that command. We cannot choose back the command using the cursor. And then we cannot make a correction and re-execute the command. Now, how do we do instead? How do we fix back our definition or our calculation? So what do? We need to recall back the command. So how do we recall back the command? So here you can see at your keyboard, you need to find the up arrow key. This is your up arrow key. So what do? You click the up arrow key. When you click the up arrow key, the MATLAB will take back the equation. This one I will show you again in the next lesson actually, but I'll just tell you briefly what will happen. So let's say you want to change B is equals to 4 instead. So you click up key when your cursor is here, you click up key at the keyboard. So it will go to A times B first. Then you keep going on. You click up key again. Then it will go to B is equals to 3. Then you correct it. You write B is equals to 4. You execute. So now you already know that B has changed. You execute again. You ask again, what is A times B? Will it get 20 or not? 5 times 4. Okay. So that's how you basically make a correction. You need to recall back using the up arrow key here. And then you have to type the commands. Okay, move down the list of previously typed command. Okay. Once you click this, you can actually fix back lah. Okay. Now, if a command is too long to fit in one line, it can be continued to the next line by typing the 3 periods, dot, dot, dot. That's the period lah, 1 period, 2 period, 3 periods. So the triple periods called an ellipsis. And pressing the enter key. So you click the enter key. The continuation of the command is then typed in the new line. So this is some tips for you in writing the command. Okay. Some of the function for MATLAB is for us to use it as a calculator. So when we are using it as a calculator, mode, the MATLAB command window can be used where you can type the commands line by line. So once it execute the command, it will write A and S, which is answer. For example, we write just now, we solved some equation just now. Here's another example. We write 55 minus 16. We are asking the MATLAB to solve it. So it will write the answer by writing A and S equals to, answer is equals to 39. So we get the answer. All right. Then when we are writing the command, there are few command that usually we regularly use. The first one will be semicolon. So this semicolon is used when we will use it when we want the output not to be displayed. We don't want this whatever command given here to be displayed. We just want to tell them, like just now we said, B is equals to 3, A is equals to 5. It didn't mention back. It didn't tell us back, yeah, A is equals to 5, B is equals to 3. No, it didn't mention back to us. It's just being keyed inside its memory only. Then we have percentage sign. So what does a percentage sign mean? When we write a command starting with a percentage, we write percentage first. So this line, actually, we are telling the MATLAB, now I want to write something just for my memory, just for my understanding. So do not do anything with it. So we write the percentage sign. So the line is designated as a command. So we read, and just for us to remember what function that we used just now, or actually this is the elaboration. So no, nothing will be executed. Will just be a comment for us. Another command is CLC. So what is this? So we will clear the command. So we will clear the command window. So after working with the command window, there might be a lot of listed of equation, a lot of information. We want to clear it. So how do we clear it? We just write CLC and our command window will be clear. But the information will still be in the workspace. It will be still be in the memory. Okay, so MATLAB allows you to assign values to variable names like just now. A is equals to 5, B is equals to 3. This results in the storage of values to memory locations corresponding to the variable names. As long as we did not change, for example, we have key in A is equals to 5, A will always be 5 unless we recall it again and we redefine again. For example, we simply redefine A is equals to 12. Now it has changed. The variable A will not become 5 anymore, it will become 12. MATLAB can store individual values as well as arrays. We will learn arrays in the next lesson. It can store numerical data and text, which is actually stored numerically as well. So we will learn this in part 2. MATLAB does not require that you pre-initialize a variable. If it does not exist, MATLAB will create it for you. So this one you'll see afterwards lah. Now, how do we defining a certain variable? Be caution when defining a variable because MATLAB will also read the case. It is case sensitive. Whether it's a capital or a small letter, it gives two different meaning. So if you have capital Y1 and you have small y1, it defined two different things. So these are two different variables. So be caution on that. Variable name can contain up to 63 characters. Let's say you want to make it very long. So you want to define, for example, the wake of my family member and my brother equals to. So you have a very lengthy definition. Yeah, you can up to 63 characters. Okay, and then how do we define it? Let's say you use a very simple variable name. So how do you key in? So after the command prompt, here your double triangle, you simply type the variable name. In this case is A. You type the equals to sign, we're defining it, and the value. So here we say that A is equals to 4, and we didn't put any semicolon here. When we do not put any semicolon, it means that we want it to be displayed. So the data will be displayed back. A is equals to 4. That's right. But if we put semicolon, then nothing will happen. It won't show. But if we ask them what is A, yeah, it will define for us again. A is equals to 4. Note that variable names must start with a letter, though they can contain letters, numbers, and the underscore symbol. So you can define your variable as A1, A12, A23, yeah, but you cannot define it as 1 alpha, 2 gamma. You cannot define it as that. It must start with a letter first, an alphabet first, then only numbers or underscore. All right, so like I just said just now, so you can't ask MATLAB to display a certain information or not to display. How do you do that? That's the work of the semicolon. So here you can see that we have inform MATLAB. We tell it that A is equals to 4, but don't display it. I'm just informing you. You don't have to show to me. B is equals to 3 and don't tell me again. C is equals to A plus B. You inform it the equation, the definition of C, which is A plus B, but don't tell me again. Now D is equals to A minus B. I'm telling you the equation, the definition of D, which is A minus B, but don't tell me again. But now I am interested to know. After the double triangle, the command prompt, you ask C. Tell me what is C. So you are actually key in C, then you press enter in your keyboard. So after you press enter in your keyboard, then only it will display C is equals to 7 because there is no semicolon here. So that's how you want it to respond. The calculation has been made. It's just that whether it is displayed or not. Okay? Right. And then, if you have any problem, it's okay. You just pause for a while. Open MATLAB. Try to test. When you experience it, it will give a different feeling and you will understand more. Try to explore it while listening to this lesson. Right, okay, and we have variable display format. You can tell MATLAB to report the values back using several different formats. Not only you are given a chance to whether to display back the answer or not, you also can set what kind of result it will come out. So there are several format for display. This is some of the example: short, long, short engineering. And what does that mean? Okay, let's go on to the next slide. It will be more detailed. Okay, so here we have several command. The first one is format short. We want the display to be short. So what does it mean by short? Short means you want a fixed point with 4 decimal digits. Okay, if the number is in between this number lah, 0.001 up until 1000. Okay, let's say for example we have 290 divided by 7. That is what we write in the command window. And then we enter. After we've given the format lah, we have to write first format short in the command window. We key in, which means we tell the MATLAB, okay, after this I might ask you to do something, but ensure that the display will be following the format short. So then we put the equation 290 divided by 7. So it there will be displayed the answer. So it answer is equals to 41.4286. 4 decimal point. Okay, then we have format long. So format long, how? Long, it has 15 decimal digits. So same question, but now the answer is longer. 1, 2, 3, up to 15 decimal digits. Let's change the format. So when we change, where did we change? We didn't click any tab or something, no. This format is given in the command window as well. After this, I will show, which means you write F-O-R-M-A-T L-O-N-G. F-O-R-M-A-T space L-O-N-G. You enter using your, you click enter, you press enter in your keyboard. Then you write your equation. It comes like this. Again, you want to format, so you type F-O-R-M-A-T space S-H-O-R-T space E, which is format short E. How the result will be, you already tell what the format that you prefer, then you write 290 divided by 7. The answer is given in 4 decimal digits, similar, 1, 2, 3, 4. But here you have E. So E means times 10 to the power of. Remember back, this is actually the answer if no power off. So 4.1429. It's supposed to be 41.4286. So you have to multiply by 10, right? So 10 is actually 10 to the power of 1. So E is times 10 to the power of, here 1 lah, positive 1. So this will be displayed. If you put a command as format long E, it will be also displayed using E here, which is time 10 to the power of, but here you have 15 decimal digits because it's long. Then you have short G. So short G, it will give best 5 digit, not 4 decimal point, but best 5 digits. So that will include the front here. The total there is 5 digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If long G, then it will give 15 digit, including the decimal point. Decimal plus the front, that's 15 digit. So that's how you want your variable to be displayed. Okay, so you got confused, just pause the video and try yourself in your MATLAB. Okay, then we have, this is the example. Like I mentioned to you before, you want it to be displayed, you have to give the command first. So after the command prompt, here is the prompt, double triangle. You write first, format, short, and then you put semicolon because you don't want anything to be displayed. Then you ask, what is pi? So pi is a common mathematical variables, right? So that's why if you write pi, MATLAB directly answer lah. MATLAB answer 3.1416. 4 decimal point, that's for short. Then you want to change. You ask the MATLAB to change the format into long. So it will give that. Once you ask what is pi, it will give 15 decimal point answer. You write format short e. So it will be shorter, 4 decimal point with times e to the power of something. So here, since the answer is 3 point something, that is why 10 to the power of 0. 10 to the power of 0 is 1 actually. So 3.1416 times 1 is 3.1416. Then another. So see, the final format command that you have given is format short e. This is your final one. So if you ask, if you give an equation, for example, you ask, what is pi times 10,000? They will give the answer. So the answer will follow the final format. Here the final format is short e. So the answer is 31.4159 times 10 to the power of 3. Okay, so see the difference, eh? This one and this one. 4 decimal point because short e, and we have e here. That's why we have times 10 to the power of something. E is 10 to the power of something, right? Okay. So we have a lot of elementary math function. When you open MATLAB, you can find help window, and you can see a list of elementary math functions. So these are just some of them. So we have here sqrtx, which means square root of x. For example, after the command prompt, we said sqrt81. What is the square root of 81? So MATLAB will answer it is 9. And root xn, what does it mean? We are asking the real nth root of a real number x here. So, and if x is negative, n must be an odd integer. So for example, we are asking, what is the real fifth root of 80? So the answer is 2.4. Then another function, expx, that will be exponential x. So for example, we are asking, what is exponential 5? So the answer given will be 148.4132. ABSX, that is absolute value. Let's say, for example, you are asking, what is the absolute value for minus 24? Minus will be removed, so the answer will be 24. Log x, so be caution, we have log x and we have log 10x. Log x generally is actually ln x, or natural logarithm, which the base here is e. For example, if you ask, what is log 1000? The answer will be 6.9078. So how do we confirm this? So at the bottom here will be e, right? Which means e to the power of 6.9078 should be equals to 1000. We can differentiate it with log 10x, where the base is 10. If we ask, what is log 1000? So the answer will be 3, which means 10 to the power of 3 is 1000. See the difference, eh? So be caution when you use log or log 10. So log is basically ln. Log 10 is log with base 10 lah. We also have a predefined function, a very common function. So it is predefined by MATLAB. We have sum, which means sum of all elements. We have mean, which means average value of a vector. We have STD, standard deviation. Mean, smallest element in a vector. Max, largest element in a vector. Sort, arrange the element in a vector in ascending order. And we also have length, number of elements in a vector. So these are the predefined function. Okay, some of the mathematical operations, we have a priority, like how we define in calculator, right? So we have a priority. So the first priority will be our exponential, power of. This is the first, followed by negation, multiplication and division, left division, addition and subtraction. If you write any equation, it will follow this priority, not it will start from left to right. No, it will follow this priority. So exponentiation, for example, we have 4 exponentiation 2, which means 4 to the power of 2 is 16. Negation, we have here negation 8, which is minus 8. Multiplication, we have 2 times pi, so 6.2. We have division here, pi divided by 4. So we got 0.7. Pi is 3.14 just now, so divided by 4 is 0.7. We have left division. What is this left division? Okay, let's say we have 6 left division 2. It actually meant instead of 6 divided by 2, is actually 2 divided by 6. It's the other way around. That is left division. So 2 divided by 3 is 1/3 or 0.3333. Then finally, the last one will be plus or minus, addition or subtraction. So 3 plus 5 equals to 8. 3 minus 5 is equals to minus 2. Okay, let's see an example. Let's say you write a command. If you write a command as y is equals to minus 4 to the power of 2, this will result to minus 16. Why? Because exponentiation or power of is the first priority before negation. That is why what it will do is it will solve 4 to the power of 2 first, which is 16. Then only it will put the negative. So negative 16. So how do you solve it? How you want to give an instruction that will be before the first priority? You will put a bracket. So when you put a bracket, a parenthesis, automatically it will be done first before even the first priority. Okay, so here you put parenthesis minus 4 to the power of 2. Now only it will give positive, which is minus 4 times minus 4. We got positive 16. Now the negation takes place first before the power. Okay, so that's about the mathematical operation and how we key in the information, the equation inside MATLAB. So our part 1 ended up until here. We will continue with part 2. So if you have any question, please comment or you can inquire to me directly. All right, so the first lesson is ended up until here. Please watch the continuation, which is our part 2 of MATLAB. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next lesson.